Hello, 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 everyone. Hi, you guys. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I really do. I really do. Welcome back. How are you guys doing? And to those of you who are joining us for the very first time, welcome. Come on into the light. How you doing? Well, my name is Catrice, and I welcome you all to this light of mine. So, how is everyone doing? Again, I hope you all are doing well. It is Wednesday. Yay! Yeah, and we are back at it again. Listen, just like that, it's Wednesday. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. If you ain't got it, you better get it. That is the truth. Oh my goodness. Like, it's a Wednesday again. Like, these days are flying by. However, again, I hope you all are doing well, even during these fast days as they are moving fast. Yeah, so we are back at it again. And last week we started on the conversation of trusting God, right? And the journal reading actually was about letting go and letting God. Like that's that adage of, old adage of let go and let God, right? In that journal reading, it was also about speaking life. There was a bit of wilderness talk in there. Um, Keeping the faith, of course. And so I feel as though the conversation needs to continue, right? As me, myself, I am in a season where, yes, I've been freed, right? I've been freed. That was a conversation that was had in the initial video of this channel, right? How God freed me and I'm walking in freedom, literally. However, I'm in the in between stage, right? I've been freed and now I'm in the, as they call it, in transition, or in the wilderness on my way to the promised land. Yay! Seriously. Oh my gosh. It's not easy. Woo! And so, as you know, the conversation is now, uh, moving towards trusting in God. I'm looking at the videos prior to this, and it's as if they are all connecting the dots now, from being free, from the endurance, the suffering, the hoping, the waiting, the being transformed by the renewal of your mind, being made beautiful, trusting the process, like all of this is leading up to this moment as well. And I'm like, wow, this is where we are to trust God, like total, total trust. Okay. We also remember my very first, was it my very first? Yeah, my very first video again, was about me letting go of control, that self reliance that I had so heavily. Because I've always, I relied on God for some things, but not all things, So myself was, me, myself, trying to take care of myself, stressing and worrying and all these things. And I finally gave it over. And I was like, please take it. And ever since that moment, my life has changed and it's still in its changing, movements, so to speak. And so being in this space where I'm having to trust God and rely on God for my total being, for my everything, this is where I am. And like to let go of that self reliance, it took years. It took years. And so here I am and trusting God and no longer whining about it. In the beginning, there was some whining. And now I'm learning as I looked at the wilderness story. I've been looking into that story, how the people of Israel was led out of Egypt. God freed them from slavery. What was it, 300 years or so of slavery? Could have been more. Don't quote me on that. Um, However, they were freed and led into the wilderness. Now, in the wilderness, sure, it was so they can shed those hundreds of years of worshiping other gods, of being slaves, like literal slaves, like hard working slaves, like for real, and to now trust their God, their true God, and Him providing for them in the wilderness. And so I was thinking about how while they were there, they complained pretty much the whole time, with the majority of the time, as far as I can see. This is my interpretation. um, and so I think that their complaining is what kept them there for 40 years. 40 years, that's a long time. It was a 40-day trip. However, it took them 40 years. And then those who started in the trip, they weren't even allowed to go in. Their children and their children's children were. So I was like, listen, I'm going to stop complaining. And I have total gratitude. Like, I'm so serious, because I'm not about to do 40 years in the wilderness. No, 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 no. I've already had a conversation with God, like, please help me so that I will not be here much longer. So yeah, not that I wasn't praising God before and having gratitude before, but like I said, I was used to relying on myself and relying on God for some things and not everything. So now that it's total reliance on God, total faith, total trust, like really, really, whew, asking God for help and believing that He will, and not just asking Him for just anything, just for stuff. It's like, because they were given a portion, the people in the wilderness was given a portion to take. And if they took too much, the manna would turn into worms, right? So I am thankful for my portion every day. Take my portion. So I will not be here long. So, yeah. So we are continuing the conversation of trusting in God. For those of you who may be in the wilderness along with me, or those who have already left the wilderness, or maybe entering into the wilderness, just listen, trust in God. And for those of you who have gone through it, whoo, leave some comments, leave some pointers for me. It's not easy, right? It's not. However, I'm learning that it gets easier. These it's years and years and years of control. And again, I'm used to what I'm used to. And then God, now, is He has it, like, here, you got it. Take it. I don't want it. I prefer Him to take care of me, in all aspects of my life, in all areas of my life. And I'm getting to my promised land. I'm getting there. And so it's about, like I said in the beginning, connecting the dots now, where we're being aligned with God, where we are being realigned with God as we are reclaiming our true identity in Him, right? As His sons and His daughters, as His children, right? He wants the best for us, right? So we've also learned, or are learning, how to take captive those thoughts of doubt and fear and worry and anxiety. These are the things that the adversary has been given to us, or have been trying to give to us for a very long time. However, as we're on this walk now, as we're on this journey, we are, being transformed by the renewing of our mind. So we're no longer accepting anything from the adversary, right? He is a liar. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. He's not good at all, right? So we are learning to not accept anything that he tries to give or that he has given. Let it go. Like you don't need it, right? And we're now picking up all those good gifts that God has for us. Now, as long as it's in alignment with his will. I don't mean we out here just asking for any old thing, knowing that God is not about that life. All right. So, yes. So I wanted to share that in hopes that, again, even if you're not in the wilderness at this moment, like whatever your struggle is, trust in God. Jesus said he will never leave nor forsake you, right? He is the supplier of all our needs. He's God. His characteristics, one of them is to provide. He's a provider. like all his characteristics are good. He's good. Oh my gosh, he's more than good. Like he's amazing. He's magnificent. He's wonderful. Always got to give y'all a little song, okay? But yes, so let's stay grateful to God. Let's have gratitude as we are in our struggle moments. And I know that they are serious. I truly know that they are real. However, as we continue to walk, as we continue to journey, that we will let go of those things that are holding us down, our minds, the weight on our shoulders. Like what did Jesus say? Like his burden, his load is light. It's like his burdens are light, right? Give us his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Sorry. Give him your burdens. Like he wants them. He can carry the weight, right? And so again, as I stated before, um, I am in the season of having total trust, total faith, total belief. Like it's on a whole nother scale at this point, right? No longer relying on myself to do everything for myself. Like, please take it. Like, I'm tired. And I've been tired. So allow your father to take care of you, right? So, yeah. So we're trusting in God, seriously, having that faith, having that belief, knowing that he'll never leave nor forsake you, and that he wants to provide for you. He wants to provide for his children. He wants to carry the load. He wants to carry the weight. He wants you to rest in him. He wants you to take delight in him, right? So let's go into the journal reading. And yeah, so let me put my glasses on. You guys know the drill. Oh, the mic. So hopefully the mic, you'll be able to hear it. The material that I'm wearing today is heavy enough that it can hold it. I don't have to hold it myself while I read. Okay. So let's put it here. All right. So I hope you can still hear me. Hopefully have a new mic really soon. Like one of those boom mics with the arms or whatever. Yeah. So, all right. So here we go. So again, this journal entry was written many, many years ago, and is actually a page over from the journal entry that I read last week. So that's why I feel as though we really should continue the conversation on trusting in God, period. All right. And it reads, when did I ever trust in God? Did I ever? I would hope that at some points in my life, I trusted in God. But what happened? Where did my trust in God diminish altogether? Was there always some level of trust in God and some level of trust in myself? I'm sure the answer to that is yes. I know now that I have to put total trust in God. My life depends on it. I have to believe that He is always there for me and with me. And during the times when it seems I'm alone or handling things on my own, I have to remember that He's there. Sometimes God is my Father and me as His child. Sometimes He has to let me go and do things by myself to learn, to grow, to experience, and to know that in the end, He's got me. He is keeping me. It's when you tell a child to stop doing something or don't do something, because as an adult or a parent, you know that child can get hurt. And what does the child do? You know they do it anyway, right? They do what you tell them not to, and they hurt themselves. It's like being curious and testing things on your own at the same time. In the end, as soon as the child starts crying, you come running, letting the child know that he or she is okay and that you're still with them. That's how God teaches me sometimes. And I had to be reminded that He never left. That's where the trust comes in. Trust that He'll never leave nor forsake you. Trust that He's got your back and will not let any danger or harm come your way. Trust that He's going to do what He said, and trust that He loves you and only wants the best for you. Trust and believe in God. Keep the faith. And there we have it. Okay. Trust in God. Have the faith. Keep in the faith. Believing, like all those things, right? All the things. And so, yeah, I think I've already laid the groundwork in the beginning, but prior to me reading the entry. I hope that somewhere you see yourself and that you can relate, and that, you know, that as sometimes I just throw my hands up, like, just do it. And that word just sounds so small, but do it. Trust in God. Have the faith. Keep believing. Keep hoping. Um, Keep going through the process. Like all those things. And um, understanding that it's not easy. Believe me, I truly understand that part. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it is, because it's not. Like real life happens. Life is happening. Things are happening around us. However, we are to trust in our Creator, the one who created everything in the heavens and in the earth. He's got your back, right? And so we don't have to fear. We don't have to worry. We don't have to stress. We do, but we don't have to, right? So in this walk, this part of my life, I'm learning to not stress, to not worry, and to trust, like to truly trust in God with like complete trust, to have, I keep saying trust. There are other, words to use, confidence, like having confidence in God, like believing that He will, believing that He can first, believing that He's able, believing that He will, as long as what you're trusting Him for is in alignment with His will, right? We're not just out here willy-nilly, just, oh, please, and knowing it's something that's not who He is or what He does, right? So yes, that is the reading for today. And I hope you come back next Wednesday. I want to thank you all for watching the channel. I want to thank you all for subscribing. Please continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And to our future subscribers, hello, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Glad to see you. And so, yeah, we are here together, and there are plenty more journal readings. And hopefully, I don't know if we'll get through all 20 years of them, but we'll see where God is leading us as we, journey together, as I say, through these journal writings. Okay. So again, guys, have a blessed week. Have a God-filled week. I pray all is well with you throughout this week and moving forward. And I hope to see you again next week. And take care. See you soon. Bye.